Emma, you're playing Aryan.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful name.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you love it? Yeah, I think it sounds very magical.
It means sea maiden.
Sea maiden.
Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I was about to ask you, what does it mean?
About the name, yeah?
No, good. But does this have any significance with, is it relevant in any way to the islands of Numenor, or is there any significance as to how that's a part of how you created the character?
Yes, Numenor is a very nautical society, and so it's very apt that she's named after the sea. Isildur means servant of the moon, and Anarion, the middle child, is a reference to the sun. So her siblings, their names reference sort of celestial, heavenly bodies, and her name is quite grounded, which is very apt because the schism that Lloyd was mentioning that's occurring on the island is also starting to take shape within the family. She's immensely proud of her people and the island and the beauty that they've created and the society that they've created. And she's quite frustrated with both of her brothers who have these sort of romantic ideas of the past and spend a lot of time sort of looking up. And she's very much looking down at the beauty that her people have created. So, yeah, I think her name is very appropriate.
It's a beautiful name indeed.
Yeah.
And Markella, hi again.
Hello.
You play Nori, a Harfoot.
Yes.
Am I saying that right? Harfoot.
Yes, you are. It wasn't working before. Yes, I do. I play Harfoot.
Harfoot. What is a Harfoot?
A Harfoot, they're a migratory group. They're a community, and they have big feet and ears, and they have a lot of heart and joy, and stick together in the face of adversity, and they're constantly looking over their shoulders, but they're optimists as well, despite having to be survivors.
Is there anything specific that makes them special to you?
I think that they don't see their vulnerability as a weakness. I think that
Wow.
they're able to
I like that.
recognize how it can be a strength, and actually by opening up to people, to the rest of the community and to their loved ones, they can
Right.
hopefully find a better life for themselves and find themselves a home.
Right. And Megan, you, hi Megan.
Hello.
You play Poppy, who is best friends with Nori.
Yes, I do.
Right. And what can we expect out of this friendship?
Poppy and Nori's friendship, they are very much the yin to each other's yang. Poppy is sort of the more cautious out of the two of them, and I think it's safe to say Nori is the more adventurous of the two of them. Yes. So that already tells you quite a lot. But Poppy sticks by Nori's side throughout the series, and that is sort of like an ongoing theme, I think. But she does that because she finds it important. She has such a love and loyalty for her friend. And she finds it, Markella's already mentioned the community, and in the community they have a very specific set of rules. And they're very important in order to ensure everybody's safety. And Poppy really believes in those. And so the reason that she follows Nori is for protection. She believes that that's the best way to protect everybody, community included. So they get up to a lot of adventure and a lot of mischief.
Did you all...
and a lot of fun.
As a fan of fantasy, it was obviously incredible, but I don't think you needed to be a fan of fantasy to realise that this is an absolute dream job. I mean, first of all, this incredible cast that I get to work with and that I get to now travel around the world with and come to an amazing country like India, where I haven't been before, is just a joy. So, lover of fantasy or not, it's been one of the best jobs of my career. Playing Marigold is also an absolute honour. Thank you to JD and Patrick. Being a parent to this beautiful actress here, Markella Kavanagh, and a surrogate mum to Megan Richards, and having so much fun on set. The Harfoots, as Markella was saying, they've been through a lot, but they have a lot of joy and laughter and love, and that's what it was like being on set. We just had such an incredible time working together. And I'm quite stunned that I'm sitting here with them all now, able to talk about it to the world. It's just such a privilege.
JD, to round this off, do you have anything that you want to tell our lovely audiences? And also, do my elfish ears make a cut? I would like to know.
They're wonderful. I mean, you would actually have to cut them a little bit to help them make the cut, but but they're close. They're close.
Okay, good.
Let's talk. Have your people call my people.
That sounds like a plan.
Well, I just wanted to reiterate what a special group of people you have in front of you right now. It's been my great joy to work with them each over the course of several years now, and I look at them each and have a dozen stories that pop into my mind for every single one of the people here. And you're just getting a small taste of it now, but each of them in some moment of the season will take your breath away. They truly have that special something that is part of Middle Earth that is inside of them that they've managed to capture with these characters, and the world is going to discover it very soon. And also, a few last things I'd love to say is that I take it here, many people are fans of Tolkien, but if you haven't ever experienced Tolkien before, if you've never even worn a ring before, and have no idea or if you wandered off the street, or if this is reaching someone who hasn't experienced Middle Earth, you don't need to know anything about Tolkien to enjoy this show. You can walk in off the street having never seen any of the movies, having never read any of the books, and the show will sweep you away and tell you all that you need to know about Middle Earth, and then hopefully point you back to the books because they're really worth doing the deep dive on. They're books that really stay with you and get inside of you in a very unique and special way. This is a time in the world when we need a little bit of Tolkien and we all need a little bit of Middle Earth. So we hope that you're able to enjoy the show and feel that special thing that each of these people has been such a foundational part of bringing to life these years. So thank you very much for having us here. We really appreciate it.